Imam Hussain was the grandson of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. The world must know who he was. Over 1,300 years ago, a man rose against the tyrant of his time. A man said no to oppression. He had 72 comrades, and yet he faced an army of thousands. He was slain, his friends were slain, his family was slain, his 3-month-old baby was slain. His wife, his sister, his family were taken prisoners. Why did he rise up against the tyrant of his time, despite the odds? They tried to force him to submit to Yazid, a tyrannical king, but he replied, "A person like me would never give the oath of allegiance to a person like Yazid." What kind of a person are you watching this right now? Will you rise up against the tyranny of your time? Or are you afraid? Will you rise against injustice? Look around you, all you see is injustice, all you see is pain, all you see is racism, all you see is inequality, all you see is the violation of human rights. Will you rise up against it? Or are you afraid? He was never afraid, because one who fears God has no fear of anyone else. He said, even if you do not believe in God, at least believe in living free. Will you not live free? Or will you be a prisoner of your own fears until the day you die? He said, I have risen because I wish to enjoin the good and forbid the evil. I wish to bring them, the Muslims, back to the path of my grandfather, the Messenger of Allah. The path of justice, the path of righteousness, the path of love, the path of standing against oppression wherever it is. Look around you. Don't you see that the good is not being enjoined and that the evil is not being forbidden? The world we live in is a topsy-turvy world. It's upside down. People are supporting the oppressor and going against the oppressed. Will you not stand up and make a change in the world? What will it take for you to make a change in the world? Today the legacy of Imam Hussain lives on because he made a change. They tried to stop him from facing the tyrant of his time. He said, I don't see death but as prosperity, and living with tyrants as nothing but disgrace. This is courage. This is honor. He said life is to believe and to strive for that belief. What do you believe in? What do you strive for? Is it for justice? Is it for peace? Is it for righteousness? Imam Hussain sacrificed his life and the lives of his comrades so that we would wake up. Are you awake or are you sleeping? The world has got to know what Hussain did for the sake of justice, for the sake of peace, for the sake of love, for the sake of freedom. Be free.
We declare our rank on this earth to be a human being, to be respected as a human being by any means necessary.
To love Hussain truly means to be free. The world must know.